In this video, we're going to start looking at the basics of analyzing and understanding the power consumption of our application. So let's have a look. With the data visualizer, we connect to the Atmel data protocol and we're looking at a GPIO and power. For GPIO, we were looking at GPIO 2 from the DGI, and we can create a new plot, and we are going to be interested in power. So we can see our application is running as before. The timer overflow interrupt starts the application running, and then the ADC conversion happens in these little spikes. And you can see now here that we fairly easily get an analysis of the power consumption because we have part of the Power Debugger functionality built into the L21 because this part is focused on low power. So we are at a power consumption of around about 2 milliamps. So let's see how we can improve this. Searching the Solution Explorer for sleep, we'll find a couple of functions. Let's go to the one in C, and we can see that there's a sleep function and there's a certain sleep mode. Now, if we go to Debug, Windows, I/O view, we can see the overview of all the registers in the datasheet, and if we search for power here, we can see that there's a power manager. Now, Power Manager has a sleep config, and it also has a sleep mode. Now, I have installed the F1 help of the L21 datasheet. So if I go F1 on the sleep mode, I can see the sleep config, and there's different sleep modes, and here I can see standby, that the clocks are off unless requested by sleepwalking, and it also works with interrupts. So standby mode is a mode that I'll be able to use. First of all of what we're doing in here is no longer really needed because that's just serial port information that we use to get the application going. This piece we don't need, and we're going to replace this with a sleep command. So there was a sleep command, and we know that in the I/O view this is under the Power Manager, so we'll use sleep mode like this, Power Manager underscore sleep config CFG underscore sleep mode, and what we're looking for was standby. Okay, so we've written a line of code which hopefully should put the processor to sleep. The one thing though is if we look in the Solution Explorer and we found the sleep file, you'll see that there's a header here which is sleep.h. That should also be added to our project because it hasn't necessarily been added. Okay, so let's have a look at that and see if it makes a difference. So you can see it makes a massive difference to our power, but we've actually stopped running. And the reason for that is now that we're in a standby mode, the peripherals have to be configured to run in standby mode. So let's go to Atmel Start, and we have our project, and there's two peripherals we need to look at, the timer, and if we look at the advanced configuration, one of the options here is run in standby. And the same for the ADC. We want to enable the ADC to run in standby mode. Okay, that's all we're going to do for now, and let's export the project. And as before, reconfigure this project here. And now we're going to run again. And you can see that we have the functionality back in our project, and now the sleep mode, the current has dropped to 850 microamps. Of course, this is not low at all for the L21, so I'm going to show you two projects where we can get down into the region of 2 microamps. Thank you very much. That's coming up next.